Recording this. And hello, it is May 29th, 2020. And we're here at an Arty Party, and I'm so glad you're here, all of you. And if we want to go around and introduce ourselves and share whatever you've got going on, that's a great thing. And if you have a joke or you have any artwork you want to share or any art supplies. Oh, there was something cute I wanted to show you. Wait.
I have a holla, but I showed that.
So if any of you battle with getting paint off your hands, I always use a brush, and usually nail brushes hurt. But I bought this cute little guy, a little hedgehog nail brush from Artists and Craftsmen. And it makes me very happy whenever I clean my hands.
That's adorable.
Isn't that cute?
Cute.
You know, it's $1 or $2. It's not a big investment, and the bristles are relatively soft compared to other nail brushes.
I like that the bristles are blue.
Yeah, right. I mean, and you're in Brooklyn, Emma, when Artists and Craftsmen opens again. They have them right at the desk. But so that was my little art supply that I wanted to share. Because he's so funny. I should give him a name. Anybody have any suggestions? I'll think on it.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to show you, the last time we had our Arty Party, we did hands. And so mine was very unfinished. So I think I'll share with you how it ended up turning out.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
that is cool.
Could you put it flatter?
What?
I can't see it.
Is that better?
Will you put it over the color wheel?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by flatter, yeah. Oh, okay, thank you.
That's
change the
really
camera.
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, that came out
Love the
great.
colors.
let's see. Oh, I had this one on the spotlight. Sorry. I thought you were seeing my face, but you weren't. So that's the way it came out.
Very nice.
Very good.
So it was fun, and then I decided it was way too flat, and so that's when I started dripping crazy colors and adding dots and stripes, and so I think it's fun, so I'm hoping those of you who were here last time will join us and share what you did last time too, besides me. So who would like to have something to say? You charming people.
Well, I'll start.
Okay, Emma,
How
are you?
It's weird being in Brooklyn, it's just, it is what it is, but I've taken on sort of like a
Brooklyn, like I've been gone for 2 weeks.
It's just a lot of people going on walks, and then, you feel like you're always having to like move out of the way. And, it's boring. What can I say? It's
Are
boring.
people wearing masks?
Yes.
Yes.
People are definitely wearing masks. They're, everyone's behaving in that sense. And there's a girl that I really like. She's 10, and I'm giving her art lessons, socially distancing. So I'm not charging any money. I'm just doing it for free because her mom is an essential worker.
Nice.
But she doesn't really like to draw that much. So I'm trying to figure out things to make it more fun for her. So I'm hoping today working with the color wheel can give me some inspiration, because I think the color wheels can be exciting for people.
Yeah, I think there are lots of ways to get kids interested in art, and unless the child really needs to learn how to draw, I think you can go away from that and do lots of other things that don't entail careful drawing or reproducing. What happens is children, especially, you said she's 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10 is the age where they are very into making it look like.
Right.
There's a lot of that. Oh, it's no good. I'm a bad person because I can't make it look
Right.
just like whatever.
Right.
And so, that's a
I'm
tough.
a bad artist, not a bad person maybe, but I'm a bad artist, right? Poor
Well,
artist.
I think kids project, onto themselves. If I can't do this, then I'm not good.
Right.
That's true too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When I try to say things like, don't worry about the final product, it's all about just getting into it. She doesn't quite hear that.
Well, do something that's loose, and then, or something real abstract, and then she won't be able to say, what's right.
That's a good idea.
It makes it much easier to break down those feelings of the inner critic. We all have that, and kids at that age particularly, I think.
Definitely.
I can see Cindy's chomping at the bit to chime in here.
No, I'm not. But I think that, everything that you said, it's true. I mean, I worked with elementary school kids, and the higher grade levels, they were already starting to be like, if I can't draw, I'm not a good artist. And in middle school, I really tried hard to get them away from just being so perfect at drawing, And also, I think that it's for some kids, and, even for myself, when I really am struggling to get something, that tracing is not, I don't want to trace an entire thing, but like to give them confidence, like I would let a kid trace something and then, work the rest of the piece. So
That's a great idea.
yeah.
Give them a little boost.
Yeah, and you have a built-in light box. If you don't have a light box, she could put the thing on the window and, make a homemade little light box.
That is a good idea.
Great
That's
idea.
a great idea.
Yeah, so.
Or you can make your own transfer paper by scribbling a lot of graphite or pencil on the back of the paper and let her trace that way.
Cool.
It works.
Yeah.
Emma, if you ever want to, I would give you my number or my email. I have a lot of different ideas if you're interested.
I would love that. Yes.
Okay.
I would love that.
I live in Long Island, but you could always text me and say, and I can just walk you through some stuff that has worked for me all the years.
That's so nice that you use this as a group to sort of network and, help be a support. Since I am going to be leaving early, since I don't have any of my art supplies, I would, if it's okay, Karen, can I just give a little spiel?
Introduce yourself first.
Okay, so I'm Eleanor Block. I live in Brooklyn, and I am
Park Slope, Eleanor?
not far from Park Slope. I used to swim at the Y every day on 9th Street, but now that the Y is closed, I'm home. What I wanted to just sort of network about is my two sons. I have, I have a job offer that I wanted to mention. I have two sons. One's a Harvard College graduate, works in New York in finance, successful. And the other is disabled. He lives in a group home in Lower Manhattan. And I'm looking to pay young people, if any of you know young people, not now, like in a couple of weeks when New York opens, I'm looking to pay young people, high school or college students, graduates, to swim with him at the Y, play tennis with him. He's a good tennis player. Go to a movie and go bowling with him. And I pay between $16 and $24 an hour, depending on, there's a lot of logistical issues. But it's also, he's very sweet. He's worked for Mayor de Blasio and Senator Schumer, my disabled son, and both offices were fighting over him. I don't mean physically fighting, but verbally fighting, because he's very sweet. It's very politically correct to hire a disabled person, and he's very sweet. He's much sweeter than his Harvard College graduate brother, much. I just thought I'd put that out there. Also, my 34-year-old son who went to Harvard just broke up with his girlfriend a few weeks ago, and now it's a terrible time to be single. You can't go on J-Date or anything because it's, you can't meet people. So if anyone knows of any single young women who, you know, I just thought I'd put it out there. So there's two things. I'm looking to hire someone for my disabled son who lives in a group home in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. And I'm also looking, if anyone knows of any, you know, young women who are really special and nice, let me know. So that's my spiel. I can give you my email or number. Does anybody have any, perhaps, ideas?
Why don't you put it in the chat, Eleanor?
I'm not great at, let me see if I can do that.
If you look at the bottom of your
chat, I see chat. Should I type the message, just my email
right
here?
in there.
Oh, let me see if I can do that because I'm not, here it is.
Info if you want.
At email.
Emma, I'm going to put my number in the chat for you and I'll send it to you, okay?
That would be great, because I know you were an art teacher for the DOE, right? For a long
Yes.
time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'd love
was.
to talk to you.
Yeah.
How do I press send to the, I put
Just
my email
return.
into everyone, but how do I,
Just
Do-
return.
just, I'm sorry, return, press the enter or the
All
return,
right.
the enter button?
Enter, return, whatever it
Did
says.
everybody get
Yes.
that?
Yep,
That's the
I
one.
did.
Okay, thank you, ladies. Best of luck, and I'll try to join when I have my art materials.
My daughter's 27. She may have some of her friends in Brooklyn who.
Really? Who are interested in the job? Yes.
No.
My
Well, they might be. I don't know, but they might be interested in your son.
I have two sons. Yeah, the job.
They might be interested in either.
Yeah. Well, do you have my email, Karen?
Yeah.
I can give you my phone number too. Can I give you my phone or
If you want to put it in there.
put it in? And if anyone would like to call me, I'd love to speak to someone. I'm a retired tenured professor. Let me see if I can.
What were you a professor of, Eleanor?
6736. Sociology at SUNY. Let me enter. Did you get that, Karen?
Got it.
My phone?
Got it. That's great.
Yeah. If anyone would like to talk to me about either son, please. I'm sort of home here. I used to walk around the park, you know, Prospect Park, around the circle with my friend, oh my gosh, Betty Eigen, and now everybody's dodging each other, even though notwithstanding they're wearing masks. So I'm sort of home, you know, a lot. So I'm home to get calls and emails. If anyone, Karen or anybody else knows anyone who's interested in either son, please let me know. You never know. Sometimes if it's not that person, you know, like they have friends or you know what I mean.
Sure.
You know, so it's networking. I believe I'm a big networker. So thank you very
One
much.
of my favorite things is to put people together who should know each other. So
Yeah, me too. Me too. In fact, my brother said I should have started a dating service instead of being an academic. Whatever. I love that. I've actually fixed 3 couples up that are still together, but that's years ago, you know. So
Where did you teach?
SUNY, State University of New York, at Albany and Utica. Yeah.
cool.
So I'll let you get back to your artwork.
Thank
But
you,
Karen,
Eleanor.
seriously, if you have a 27-year-old daughter, yeah. What does she do? Is she working or? Is
My daughter, I have 2 daughters. One's actually 34,
Uh-huh.
and she's a mom and has 2 kids, and she went to Lehigh, and she
Very nice.
did her computer engineer husband, and they live outside of Philly.
Oh wow.
The seamstress and a photographer, and
Uh-huh.
you know, all sorts of things. And remember, she was elected to her school board.
Oh, nice. And
And
your
the other
27-year-old? What does she do? Your 27-year-old.
The 27-year-old works for a database company, and she works a lot on government contracts. She lives in DC.
Oh, okay.
She's single, but with a boyfriend.
Oh, and you know,
Has girlfriends.
well, she may have friends who, and you know who we were trying to get together with my son David, June's daughter, but June Trademan's daughter.
Yeah.
She's at University of Chicago.
They were classmates.
We know her
Oh, that's funny.
pretty well.
It's a small world, but you know, she's in Chicago, and you know.
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
we should do this personally,
Okay,
Eleanor.
very good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Our
Enjoy.
pleasure. Who'd like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Darren Lee, angle your camera down a little bit. All we can see is your forehead. Oh, there's your beautiful face.
Oh, you're so sweet. I was going to suggest to the person who's, is it Emma? No, yeah,
Yeah.
Emma, that when I was 10 years old, I couldn't draw either. And I still can't draw at 84 years of age. However, I think the way to go is abstract. And I didn't even know about abstract painting at the time. But I now know about abstract painting, and it's because it's very popular. And I love it. And there's no wrong or right. And the other thing is collage.
Yeah.
Collage is wonderful. And there's no wrong or right, especially if you do abstract.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I also was in the DOE for 25 years, and I also taught in college for practically, I think, 30 years or something.
And what did you teach, Darren Lee?
In the DOE, I was an elementary school teacher, and in college, I taught dynamics of interpersonal behavior, managing stress and change, and career and life development.
Boy, you
Wow.
need the managing thing now.
I tell you, I'm not managing stress very well. But I made a little painting. I make cards. So when I have friends who have birthdays, I try and make cards. So I made this card. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, wow.
It up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful.
Because I'm very much into the flowers I missed all spring because I've been sheltering at home. Because they
Right.
said older
Lift
people.
it up a
should
little
do
bit
it.
more, Darren Lee. Lift it up. Isn't that pretty?
That's beautiful.
Well,
I
the
tried-
flowers are very lively.
Well, this is acrylic, and this is watercolor in the background. And I can't decide whether this is a mountain, but it was meant to be a road.
Well, it's a mountain road.
It's a mountain road. And I met Karen because I took a course, workshop, three-time workshop, 3 sessions with her at the Open Center in Manhattan. And I think I took another one also.
Yeah. You took at least 2 of my classes.
And I certainly hope you'll give more eventually someday in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see when that is. I'd love to hear from Kathy. Are you willing to say hello to us, Kathy? Plus, I haven't met you before.
I don't even see.
You don't have to if you don't feel like it. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share?
Yeah,
I can talk.
I stay here and share. Hi there. My name is Donna Harris.
Oh, it says Kathy. That's why I misunderstood.
Yeah, I am staying with my daughter Kathy right now because I came up here for a visit and that's when everything closed down at my home. So I haven't gotten back home yet. I live in Oshawa, Ontario,
Oh,
and she lives at Lake Joseph, Ontario.
oh wow.
Yeah,
So
I've always,
Canada.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
how is it up there?
It's about the same as you guys down there. We don't get out and do the things we'd like to do, but we're making it all right. I am lucky that I'm here because where I live in a busy apartment place. And up here, we're out in cottage country, much around us, so I can go out and about. And I've always been a frustrated painter. I've tried painting and I never did very much of anything. I've done a few watercolors was my thing to do. I've done a few paintings, but I'm not what I call good. Yeah, I take it on myself. If it's not good enough for me, I get disappointed in myself.
Well, don't beat yourself up, Donna, because everybody has that inner critic within them where, hello, oh, there you are. Nice.
Yeah, my daughter came along and fixed that for me. She's busy in the kitchen right now, so she left me sitting here, and I'm not used to the computer,
Right.
so I couldn't really push for her. So
I'm glad you found us, and
Yeah.
we can see you. I will tell you that everybody deals with their inner critic, and what you have to do is say, fine, I hear you, but I'm going to go on and do this anyhow and see what I can do.
okay, that's what I will do.
I tell my students is to love what you make, because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as perfection. And once the human hand starts making something, it's no longer, even the best artist, it's no longer, best artists at reproduction, it's no longer exactly nature. Nature is nature, right? You can't reproduce
Yes.
that. You can only bring to it what you bring to it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with abstraction. So I think you'll like what we're going to do today, which is all about color. And so you don't have to have any judgment on yourself at all.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to try.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Anybody else want to share?
I'll just say hi. I know I was talking before. My name is Cindy King, and thanks for doing this, Karen. As I said in the beginning, I'm having one of those days, but I'm already feeling better just being with everybody. And I did order, after talking to everyone, I ordered the Yupo paper from Jerry's Artorama and some paint, which was really good. I tried to use watercolor paint on the Yupo, and it's because it's not porous, it worked out. I mean, I kind of want to show you what it is, but
What does UFO mean?
Yupo is a kind of, they call it paper, but really it's a sheet of flexible plastic. And because it's plastic and not porous, none of the paint can sink in and all of the color sits on top. So it works exceptionally well with the alcohol ink.
Thank you.
It is very challenging to use with watercolor. You'll have more luck with gouache.
Right, and acrylic. I did a little bit of, I'm going to show you. It's a little bit of, I did watercolor and acrylic.
Oh, the watercolor looks nice.
I love the effect of the color, Cindy.
Me too.
They really
Nice.
work so beautifully together. It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, so yeah, it's not really my normal thing. Is I'm so much tighter in a sense. You know, this is like my normal, like everything is like very linear in a sense, it's kind of perfect, but I really wanted to try, since we started, to like loosen up a little in some of my work, but I always go back to my old standard. Like, it's just me.
Well, if you play with the Yupo more, you'll find that you'll loosen up. And when I get back to Brooklyn, if you want a couple of little tips with watercolor and gouache on Yupo, there are things that you can do.
Okay.
I don't know if the group would want that because people may not have it.
Right.
If you want to have, you and I could get together and just.
Okay, thanks, Karen. That would be great.
Yeah, we could run through some fun.
Yeah.
Plus, you can get amazing effects with Yupo that you can get with nothing else.
Okay, that's good to know. And I just wanted to say welcome, Kathy, and
well, it's Donna. Say Kathy on the screen.
Donna. Sorry, welcome, Donna.
That's okay. We'll see Kathy in a few minutes.
Welcome, Donna. Sorry, I forgot. And
That's okay. I do
yeah.
that too.
And I just so you know, like I was an art teacher for 25 years, and I'm my worst critic. So we still, even if we have some training, it doesn't mean anything. We still have those moments of wishing that we could do something, maybe more representational or do it something better. But I love abstracts. I'm an abstract person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Karen.
I have a joke. So I want to get us all laughing.
Okay, sounds good.
So I called my my friend's daughter who does a lot of stand-up. I said, Anna, I need a joke. I want to get some laughing. She said to me, she said, a grasshopper goes into a bar. And the bartender says, oh, I've made a drink named after you. And he said, oh, you made a drink named Steve?
That's cute.
I like it.
Cute.
Slow burn there.
You have to tell it. Emma had stepped away. Maybe she'll get it when you tell it a second time.
Thank you. Gary, you have anything you want to say more?
I like everybody here, and I'm just a house husband and trying to be a good supporter. And I cook, bake, groceries, do laundry, and paint now. And that's it. Emma, that you missed the joke. Go ahead, Karen.
Sorry. I had to run and get a
No,
snack.
you're gonna be the one who
It's a
gets it.
fast
Go ahead,
joke.
Karen.
The joke is a grasshopper walks into a bar and the bartender says to him, oh, I've made a drink named after you. And the grasshopper said, oh, you made a drink named Steve?
I knew Emma would get it.
Thank you. Okay, I wanted us to do some color work today because people said they were interested in that. And so I don't have my samples, but I do have my samples on the computer. So the first thing I thought we'd do is make a magic square, and this is really fast and easy to do, but it gives you a chance to, it gives you a chance to mix some colors and see what different things you can do with color. And I'm just looking for where I go to share my screen. Speaker view. Anybody know this? Share
When you hover over your computer, it says share screen.
I've got it now. Why is it not giving me? Wait. It's still not giving it to me. I'm going to.
Karen,
Yeah,
was it in your email, the shades and tints?
right.
I can share it if you give me.
I think I can get this now.
Okay, because if
There we,
okay.
there we go. And I would close the other things that are in the background. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Still working on the new technology. So if you can make a box, and if you have a ruler, great. If you don't have a ruler, great. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. But if you make a box that's 3 high and 3 across.
Did it look like yours?
Yeah, to look like mine. And what we're going to do is put whatever primary color we're working with in the center. So you can choose any of the colors off the color wheel, and I will pull up the color wheel again in 1 second. I'll bring it over so you guys can see it. So I would say to, let's see. All my technology is running out, even though my phone is plugged in. Having some problems with that. Okay. Let's see. So here is the color wheel. Can you see the magic square on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you pick any of the 3 primaries or 3 secondary colors, any one of those 6, to put in your center square, we'll start with that. And I think I will do the red again just for a bit. And put out a little black and a little white. So you can work with that. Okay, the first thing I did was get paint all over my hands. So this you can do with whatever paints you have. And as I was saying to Eleanor, you could even do it with markers if you have them. Okay. Now, we want to create a tint. A tint is the color mixed with white. And you can get all sorts of variations on this. So we're going to mix 3 ways. You can mix a tint, which is mixed with white. You can mix a shade, which is mixed with black and white. Or you can mix a tone, which is the hue plus black. In my case, red is the hue. So that's your color in the center is the hue. And remember, it doesn't take much black to change a color. So go pretty gingerly with your black.
How many different colors are you using or suggesting?
Just the hue in the center and black or white. You add either black,
Okay.
white, or both black and white.
But the center is its own, okay.
The center is one of the colors from the color wheel, Gare.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of those 6 colors.
Karen, should we go on and just keep
Yeah,
practicing?
yeah. See what you
Okay.
come up with.
Okay.
Because that's the beauty of this, that
We fill in other squares.
fill in all the squares, some mixing your basic color with white, some mixing it with black, and some mixing it with both. both black and white.
Good thing I have my starter paints.
So does a hue refer to a primary color straight from the tube?
Yeah, a hue is a pure color. It's the color of the pigment. And so it's not necessarily a primary color. I mean, literally a primary color is yellow, red, or blue. And then you've got your secondary colors, but you can take a green right out of the tube, and that's the hue.
Okay.
And then work with that. So whatever works for you that way. Why I came ill-equipped today. I didn't get my paper towels.
You should hire an administrative assistant.
I need one. Actually, I need a VA.
You applying for the job?
No.
I was turned down a long time ago.
That's right. He's definitely not up to the job.
Oh dear.
No,
But you can bake, so that's good.
I
And
can bake, I can cook, I can do laundry,
There you
I
go.
vacuum, I make the bed,
Very
clean,
good.
just eat bonbons all day.
clean. I'm a chauffeur. I have an associate Uber license.
Are there other ones like you around?
No, I'm the last of the mold. I'm from central Pennsylvania,
Oh, no wonder.
Jewish central Pennsylvania. There's very few of us. And I'm very sociable. That's how I met Emma. We were on the porch in Brooklyn.
Well, it's cool how for the tint, or not the tint, the tone, you
Right.
can really change it just adding black
Oh, yeah.
so quickly.
And this is a real quick exercise that we're doing. It's amazing when you get a nice rich black like that. I always like that.
This also kind of reminds me that I don't necessarily need to buy that many different color paints. I can just mix.
Well, that's the beauty of learning about mixing color. That you can produce not all, but most of the colors that commercial paint comes in.
I use the 6-color basic kit from Golden. I've been using it for several months. It only has 6 colors, and it's perfect for me.
You lost one of the tubes, Gary.
No, I have 6.
Oh,
I'm low on one color.
and
Oh
that,
well.
and try to see how light a tint I can make and how dark a tone I can make and still have the color. Thing I do for myself.
I think I can do this with Nia, the 10-year-old.
Yeah, she probably would love this.
Yeah.
And you can do it with a lot of colors.
Yay!
I do this periodically on my own just to remind myself what the variations can be. To stop the share. I'm sorry, I hadn't realized that I had left it on the magic square.
Hmm.
So how are people doing with this?
2 squares done and 7 to go.
Oh, that's pretty good that you got 10 squares out of this, Gary.
I got 9 squares.
That's all we got.
And I've got 3 of them sort of in play.
I don't think it's dark enough in the middle square.
The one that you started with?
Yeah, even though it said bright red.
Yeah, that's what I started with.
And did you find it dark?
Yeah, it's really red. It's just right out of the tube red, the one I'm using.
This one looks more coral.
Well, you're going to get another shot at something similar to this when we do our full project.
Or what?
Maybe. And I hadn't intended this to be the whole thing of what we were doing today, but if people want to take longer with it, we can do that and do the other thing that I had planned on another time.
Hmm.
So I have, whoops, there went my camera.
Did you say one of the squares should be black and white?
Black and white and the hue makes the shade.
And
That's what it's called. When it's black and white and the center color is the shade. And that's what this is over here. And this one is also.
Okay, I'm done, Karen.
How'd you be done so quickly?
I'm done too.
Yeah.
I'm only a third of the way.
I think so.
I got to be more aggressive.
That's all right. It's not a big deal.
Karen, do you
Is that
mind?
yours, Karen?
This is mine that you're seeing. And then we're going to take a look at Cindy's.
Ah,
Okay, here's mine.
Here, let me put you in the spotlight, kiddo.
Wait, Cindy. Wow. Nice.
It's so neat. You were the art teacher?
I'm crazy, that's why.
Beautiful.
Did you use a ruler?
I
Just to
did.
make the just to make the boxes, yeah.
I forgot my ruler.
Cindy, which are your shades? That's the hue, the green plus the black and white. Which one are the shades?
The green, the U was the.
The hue is the green, and
Yeah,
the
I think
shade,
I think
when you
that
mix it with
was.
black and white.
Yeah, wait, I followed your thingy, so let me see.
Oh,
Yeah, it was in the center. That was the center one that you did. And I think I did another one. Hang on, I'll show you. It was this one. So this was
that has black in it as well?
it has black in it, yeah.
Wow. See how subtle you can make that?
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
interesting?
I mostly did it with the lighter, like I did one of the lighter ones.
Yeah.
And then I just added like a drop of black to it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's amazing the variation you can get.
Yeah, and I feel like if I keep going, I could probably get a lot more.
Well, that's the thing. I only make a 9-box magic square, but one could do a 15-box magic square and
Right.
still have room for doing more.
Yeah.
And so, we have a few new people joining us. That's nice.
Maybe they're on Eastern
Hi,
Central
Melinda.
Standard Time.
Hi,
Welcome.
thank you.
Hi, Lori. Welcome.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you guys are here. We got started we're doing color project today.
Yeah.
And this is our first part of it where we're making a magic square, like I sent you guys on the sign-up sheet,
Right.
so we're doing that. We've just been working on that. And then we're gonna go on to another expanded color project. So
Yeah, I'll show mine again. Lori, here's mine.
Oh, good. Okay. Sorry, I'm late. I had a work to do.
not sorry.
So I'm making squares, right?
Well, I would say don't bother with this one right now because we're gonna move on in another minute or two.
Oh, okay. So wait.
Yeah, just hang on another couple of minutes. And
Okie doke, I will.
anybody else want to share their magic squares? Even if you're not done.
I still have a few more squares to fill in.
Okay, you want to share it anyhow, Emma?
Sure.
Here, I'll put you in the spotlight.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
So which one, let's see, which was the tint, which is just mixed with white?
So the tint, I'm losing track a little bit, but I think this was the tint.
Yeah, I
That
think-
looks like the
yeah,
tint.
that's
to
the
me.
tint, yeah.
But I definitely added white and black.
So
So
that's a shade.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a shade.
And
And-
which one that you just added black to?
Actually, both of these I just added black to.
Wow, that's really nice.
See the gorgeous colors you can get
Yeah.
with just
It is so cool.
and mixing black and white. It's
Is
amazing.
everybody using a different color?
Yeah, you could use whichever one of the primaries or secondaries you wanted.
Got it. I'm sorry I'm late. I feel bad.
It's okay.
Don't feel bad. We're gonna move on to another part.
I
of
want to know if you came up with a joke.
Oh, I'll tell the joke one more time.
Maybe it'll work this time.
It worked, Carrie. We got it.
Oh, is this a hard joke?
No.
What?
No.
Everybody got the joke.
I even got it.
So, a grasshopper walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Oh, I named a drink after you." And the grasshopper says, "What? You made a drink named Steve?"
That's cute. That is cute.
Thank you. I got it from my stand-up comedian young friend.
What is in a grasshopper? I forget.
I don't know. I think it's creme de menthe.
That's about right.
Green, something, one of those green alcohols, or Midori. Midori, I guess it is. That makes it green.
Where is everybody from?
I'm from Long Island, Cindy. I'm from Long Island.
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh,
Hi,
welcome.
great.
Where else? Where else are we speaking to people today?
We're from State College, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Well, that's where Gary's from originally. That's my husband.
Oh, okay.
And we live in Brooklyn, but we also have a house in the Poconos of Pennsylvania, which is north of the
Okay.
mountains. And we're there now.
Okay.
Oh, you are? Oh,
It's nice here.
yeah.
It is beautiful here.
I'm from Seattle, but I live in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, good for you.
I'm from Manhattan,
Like
New York.
you.
We're almost.
I live in Brooklyn as well.
Okay.
Is it very hot in New Orleans?
It's hot. It's starting to get real humid. You know, we've been having rain, but I'll take it. I'm good with it.
Karen, the teacher here, is represented in a gallery in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which one?
It's called Ariodante.
Where is it? Down in the
It's,
warehouse? Or in
yeah, down in the gallery section.
Okay, cool. I'll
Across
have to-
from Emerald's restaurant.
Yeah, okay. I know you're
Yeah,
talking
it's a block from Emerald's restaurant.
about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You
Yeah,
can always go eat lunch or dinner.
that's true. Right, not right now, but soon.
No, I know. You can't eat it here
Things
either.
open up again. You can go visit them. I'd appreciate it because I haven't had any.
Well, right now,
Well, they sold one piece.
that's maybe.
A small one. A very small one.
It's all right for right now.
Well, right. And
Yeah.
so I can't hassle them for that.
Know if they're open yet. Any of the museums are. But
Anybody else want to share their magic squares?
Almost.
so, did y'all start early? I mean, this is 1 o'clock our time, so you
Yeah.
guys been on it earlier.
1 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay, sorry guys.
It's okay.
I love the product. I thought the magic squares were perfect. I even printed it out and wrote all the stuff down, so I will do it on my own.
Yeah, do it on your own. But the next thing we do is going to be
Off of that.
off of that. So don't worry.
Okay.
So, and this is my magic square
Those are cool.
that I just painted. And again, I used red in the center. So I do them in all different colors, but anybody else want to share? Because I'm going to move on to the
I'm ready.
next project.
I will share.
Please share. And Gary, I'm going to put you in the spotlight and you
That
can
would be
talk,
good.
but I have to go get a plug for my computer. So,
Well,
Gary, great job.
yeah, I started out with the Karen Friedland red,
Red.
and then I just put white in it and black in it, and then I kind of lost track.
That's incredible how many different.
Yeah, you got
But
a
I'll
lot
have
of really
red-
nice colors.
I'll have it professionally framed.
Definitely.
I like the maroon you got in there.
I'm out on the screened-in porch looking at deer.
Oh, nice.
She shut the door on you. What's going on?
Well, that's a privacy issue.
no, it was this.
She's 2 rooms away, but I hear her broadcast.
Oh, man. So where are you? In the mountains? What?
Yeah, we have a house in about 100 miles from New York City in Pennsylvania. It's the Pocono region of Pennsylvania, and we're 1,800 feet elevated. It's really nice and cool at night. It just started warming up here about a week ago.
That's
Like it
nice.
went into the 30s some nights.
Yeah.
Really great.
Here we are.
So we'll probably stay here all summer. There's
Wow.
hardly any people here, which is good.
We're back and forth.
I guess Karen, yeah, we were gonna go to New York Monday, but Karen said why. I mean, I said why.
Thank you for sharing, Gary. Anyone else want to share?
Can you get this
Or
framed
shall
for
we
me?
move on to the next?
Very pleased with this.
Next, kind of, it's a normal, it's a logical expansion of what we were doing. So I want to show you the sample that I made, which is still in Brooklyn, but I have it here on the computer through the magic of sharing the screen. I will be able to show you that. And
I think I'm in the spotlight.
not anymore.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ah,
So this is very similar to what we were just doing, but I've done it with all three of the primaries and the three secondary colors from the color wheel, which I will show you guys.
okay.
You know, so if you can see that, can you still see the share?
I'm gonna take a picture of it, so hang on 1 second.
Yeah, hang on, me too.
Sure. And actually, I can send it to you guys in a PDF if you like.
Yes.
Oh, that would be nice.
I also have a course online, a free course that I can send you the link of if you'd like to take it. That's all about the color wheel.
Okay.
This one I just painted because I didn't have one here. I painted it last night for you guys.
That's really beautiful.
Well, thank you. Color wheels are fun, and because color's fun. And that's, so I picked each one of the boxes in the project reflects one of the primaries or secondary colors on the color wheel. Okay, so I don't expect us to get through anything more than maybe one or two. And you can do this with watercolor or acrylic, whatever you like. And what I'm gonna switch back, I think, I'm gonna stop the share because everybody's had a chance to see it, right?
Right.
You're sufficiently inspired?
Yes.
Yep.
Yay. Yay, yay. And then I've got a canvas that I took, and I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to put it on here. Somehow I've gotten this black bar along the top of my screen, and I don't know why it's happened. But as you see, I divided the canvas with masking tape in sections. So eventually there will be 6 little paintings here.
Okay.
And this is a great way to do any kind of project where you're doing a lot of variations on the theme and you want to kind of keep them together. It's really nice to do. And if you're working on paper, you can cut them up when you're done, but it gives you these beautiful clean lines. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'll give you guys a minute to tape up your papers or
I
canvases.
need some masking tape.
Oh, well, I have
I'll
it.
come and get it.
I'll be right back.
Okie doke.
There's the masking tape.
Right there. You have a pencil too?
Yes.
Okay.
Little Boy Scout.
Your Boy Scout. Okay, I didn't bother to measure any of this. If you're really anal about this stuff, you can measure it.
No.
But I just eyeballed it because I figure if it's slightly off, it's not a
Well, we
big-
need a big sheet of paper.
Well, yeah. Or you can do each one individually on a piece of paper. It's not.
No, I gotta get a bigger sheet.
We have such a supply of paper because every time I teach a residency in a school, I end up ordering a ream of paper for the projects. Well, a ream of paper is 500 sheets, and if I'm teaching an after-school class of 20 kids, even if we're really loose with it, I'm not using up more than 100 sheets. And so I make a point to always bring that home. So I have lots of paper here and in Brooklyn.
Karen,
Yes, dear.
are you still with Brooklyn Arts Council?
I am still with Brooklyn Arts Council, but I'm just as happy for this, but annoyed because they didn't offer me any jobs this year.
Oh, that's not good.
And really, it's gone down to only in the springtime and no classes during the class day. It's all after school work.
Yeah.
Except for I taught 2 years at a girls' yeshiva on Lower Ocean Parkway.
Okay.
And you have never seen the 7th and 8th graders, the 7th graders especially, you have never seen such poorly behaved children.
Poorly.
Poorly.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are small classes and all girls. And that's even with my teaching in the South Bronx.
Is that middle school?
Well, they were 7th grade. So
Oh, seventh, middle school, yeah.
It was K through 8.
Right. But 7th grade, yeah.
And they were impossible. Plus, they're not taught very well.
Right.
So that I would say one year I said to a kid, here, would you please fill this water container about 2/3 full? And she had this blank look on her face. And her cooperating teacher was their math teacher. She said to the girls, she said, well, now think about halfway and then a little bit more.
What?
Wow.
Ah,
And this is what the way the math teacher explained it, right? To a 7th grader.
Yeah.
makes you wonder.
I've had 8th graders in that school who didn't know what perimeter was.
Who
They
didn't
didn't
know?
know what was?
Perimeter.
Hmm. All right. All right. I got my 6 squares. Rectangle, whatever.
Everybody else about ready?
Oh, I think I did too many.
Karen, I did it a little differently. I used a Sharpie.
No problem.
I just thought it would be fun.
No problem. Now, I am going to freehand the boxes, which I kind of like for this project because if your lines aren't exact or your boxes aren't exactly the same size, it allows for more overlap and improvisation. So I'm going to draw 4 lines down, which will give us 5 columns. And you can see how bad my trimmer is today because all my lines are kind of wavy. But it adds to the abstractness.
So we could do that too.
Absolutely. It doesn't, what I'm saying is, ain't no perfection here, kids.
Good.
How
And then
interesting
5
that.
lines across. I mean, 4 lines across to give you 5 sections again.
Oh,
And I gauged these completely wrong, but it doesn't matter.
You want a ruler?
Nope. But thank you.
Sure.
Karen, I remember we were talking about like supplies. I just want to show this. I'm going to try to use it.
Sure.
So, and you know, like we talk about 99-cent store, Dollar Tree. I found this makeup. It's kind of like a rubber brush.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to try to paint with it.
where is that?
I got it from Dollar Tree for like $1.
Like the bristles so we can see it a little bit more.
It's rubber. The whole thing is rubber.
Oh, have you ever used it before?
I used it just to see what it would do, but it's not exactly straight, so I have to see. I think it's for like contouring your makeup or something, but I didn't buy it for that.
Maybe you could do a class on that.
I'm gonna try to
You'll
use it.
We could do a class on different materials, you know, household,
Different supplies, yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That's fun, Karen.
which is fun. And, but I'll have to send you guys all a giant list. Sometimes people get intimidated by that, but it really, I use all sorts of non-traditional materials, which always adds to the fun of things.
Well, we don't have to find all of them.
Right, exactly.
So
So now that you've got your lines in and your boxes,
I'm not quite there.
okay, well, you do it while I'm talking, Gary. We're going to pick one of the colors from the color wheel. Let's see, like that. So yellow, orange, red, blue, or green. And we're going to fill the boxes with variations on these. And I have nothing against your using other tubes of color. You don't have to mix them all. The first
You're good, Judy.
mixing exercise, you can still do that, but if you have, and I may be doing blues, and I have this brilliant blue, and I have aqua blue, and I have Prussian blue.
So you don't care what blue it is?
No, we're going to fill each of the boxes in with a different color. I would suggest that you kind of forget about the lines so that you work loosely. Oh my goodness, I haven't opened some of these bottles since, where's the camera? You see that? That's what happened.
No, I'm going to go in the other room. I'll leave you.
Bye, Skip.
Bye-bye.
Hello, June.
Hi, I just got here, sorry.
Okay, I know, no problem.
Want to see your finished products here.
Okay, we're just quickly, I will go to the share screen so June can see the sample. And so
Wow.
what we're doing,
Oh, boy.
and we've taped off our paper or canvas. So you've got 6 sections. You don't have to do that, June, since you want to catch up. You could just do it on a piece
I'm
of
just watching, it's okay. I had a traumatic morning, so it's okay.
Okay, we'll hear about that later. And I'm going to stop the share. So what we're going to do once we've got our 5x5 grid here is you're going to start filling it with color. Pick one of the 6 colors in the color wheel that you're going to focus on But then you're going to use, for each box, you're going to use a variation of that color. And it can be something from a bottle, or it can be something that you've mixed. Of course, you'll learn more by doing by mixing it yourself. And what I was saying about not worrying about the lines, that I'm going to go over the lines in all of these so that I'll have a somewhat blended edge with these, and I may mix them as I go. This color that I'm using is Brilliant Blue from Liquitex, which is a very lovely.
Is that your primary color?
My primary color is blue.
All right.
And then I'm going to use variations, many variations of blue.
You're going to mix it.
But boy, I've got a big blob of blue here, Gary, if you want that. It all
No, I got my own blue.
came out of my bottle.
That's all right.
And when I'm doing something like this, I don't necessarily wash out my brush in between the colors, which means that you're always kind of mixing. Uh-oh, what happened to my camera? For some reason, it has low battery and it hasn't been charging, even though it has been plugged in this whole time. Oh. Everybody's got to give me a break. I just got paint on my carpet.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So.
That's what I worried about.
And it's brand new carpet.
Oh my goodness.
The paintbrush fell off.
You need an assistant?
Yeah, I might.
All right.
Bring the alcohol with you there when you come.
The what?
The alcohol.
Where's that?
Try the bathroom. Or the Murphy's oil soap. The Murphy's might be better.
Here.
Can you have Murphy's oil
In my
soap?
hand.
Oh, good.
Watch your head when you stand up.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's just real life.
You need a paper towel?
Yeah, I could use a bunch of paper towels.
With wet?
Yeah, with wet would be good. Well, those are the two tricks on getting acrylic out.
Here. Oh, let me see how bad it is. Not too
Bad
bad.
enough. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Whew.
These Murphy's real bad.
So, crisis averted.
Wow, it's out already?
Yeah, I got it out.
I'm impressed.
The moral of that story is don't let your loaded paintbrush fall on the carpet. But the two tricks on getting acrylic out, one is alcohol, the other is Murphy's oil soap.
That's good to know. I didn't know alcohol would work.
Yeah, well, alcohol works before it is set, you know, and actually, oh, see, I got a whole blob of it all over the front of my apron, which is nice that it's a painting apron. Yeah, alcohol is very good also when you want to lift on your painting and you have a section that's dried already, but always best if it's not hard dried, like it hasn't dried overnight. And then the alcohol will lift very well.
Shoot.
How's everybody doing since my hiatus from you? So you don't have to worry about staying within the lines on these boxes at all? And the nice thing about having the tape is that when we pull it off, it will all be beautifully neat edges.
Oh,
Baby.
You're not a believer, huh, Daryl?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
No confidence. Okay.
So what base colors are people using?
Working on blue. I'm not sure. What are the primary colors again? Red?
Red, yellow, blue.
Oh, okay.
And then the secondary colors are purple, orange, and green.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm working with blue, but I'm adding some green toned blues in. I may add some purpley toned blues in. Just because that starts giving us a fuller range of color.
All right, Karen.
Yeah.
I gotta get going. I'm gonna try for the second time today. That's what put me in a bad mood this morning. They shut the elevator in my apartment building and we needed to go to the supermarket with our shopping cart. And when we went at 6 a.m., the elevator was shut. So
where do you live?
I live in Lynbrook in Long Island.
Oh, Nassau County.
Yeah, I live in Nassau. Yeah. So we're aiming to go with the shopping cart downstairs or just walk downstairs and carry our groceries up steps.
What floor are you on, Cindy?
Third floor. So it's not that bad, but.
Can you get food? Can you get groceries delivered?
No, Gary, we can't. No. We tried and we tried it with Peapod. We couldn't. We tried it with Instacart. We couldn't. Yeah. We had the Instacarts arranged and then it was a full day that we waited. It was the person's first day on the job.
Oh dear.
It was a mess. The next day they set it up again. I was on the phone for 2 hours with them. The next day they set it up again and the girl told me I'm in the store. And then she called me back and I said, so what's going on? she said, "Oh, I'm in Target in Brooklyn." I'm like, "That's not going to work for me." So we've been putting on masks and going to the supermarket,
Yeah.
carefully. But
We got a delivery from Costco, believe it or not, and
Yeah.
our supermarket's been delivering. But now that we're in Pennsylvania, things are very well spaced
right,
and not crowded.
right.
So we'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
Brooklyn wasn't so crowded either.
What was?
Brooklyn was not so crowded either. It was surprising.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they have a thing, like if you're over 60, which I am, you can go into like certain stores earlier in the
early.
morning. Yeah,
That's what I did yesterday.
Yeah, we were trying to go, like even Costco we went to one day, and we were online. There were about 40 people online, but as people were coming out, they were letting them in. We went when it opened. So, and that store's so big, so it's good. But
I'll say one more thing. I've become the king of online ordering of exotic stuff. We get fish from Alaska, steak from
that's
Kansas,
good. Okay.
live lobsters from Maine, all on our doorstep.
Well, that's good.
It's called Federal Express. It's this trucking company that's based. And these lobsters went from Maine to Minnesota. Maine to Memphis to Brooklyn in overnight.
That's good.
And they were happy to get out, believe me.
Until they found out their fate.
Right, exactly.
Their fate was very short-lived in my kitchen. Like about 6 hours.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off, but I'm gonna show. I stayed with the greens, and I just added like a golden metallic green to mine. Here's mine.
If you feel like
nice.
doing the other colors, please do. And then the one other thing we're going to do after we get all the colors in is we're going to use some contrasting color for some line work.
Inside it after. Okay. I took a picture of your sample. I'm gonna fill those other ones.
Cool.
Can I show mine?
Cool. Yeah.
Do. Let me put you in the spotlight.
I want to take a picture of yours, that sample also. I'm going to get my camera, but I want to see you. Oh, nice.
Oh, all those lush greens.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And no straight lines, Cindy.
I know.
Yeah.
Not too straight. Okay. Have a great day, guys. Thanks again, Karen. Be safe, everybody.
Nice to see you.
Emma, whenever. Just call me. I'm around.
Cindy.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. Talk to you guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Cindy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All of you, please feel free to invite your friends for our next Arty Party. How are folks doing with this?
Good. This note with some reluctance.
Mine's a little messy. I'll show. I don't know if you can see.
Nice.
Can you see it? Are you in the, let me put you in the spotlight. Wait a second.
That's nice, Emma.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I like those colors.
I used pre-mixed paints. I used like this bright green and a turquoise, because those are really my favorite colors. So I'm just experimenting with them.
Very nice.
That's fine. That's what I said. It's fine to use the other colors. It's just
nice.
the variations we can get within one colorway. That makes it interesting. And I'm kind of using my fingers to do some blending here.
Oh.
So
Nice.
if you guys feel that your edges are a little hard, try that.
Okay, I have a couple colors done.
Okay, you want to share with us? Who is that?
Lori, I just want to
Larry, hi.
grab this.
Are you in the spotlight?
Oh,
Why are you?
Wow.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm using watercolors, and they like to blend together.
Yeah, right. Variation.
Nice.
Open up again, Lori.
Just easier to do watercolors for this, I think.
For this, I think you're right. I love the variations you've gotten on your reds
Thank you.
because you're taking some of them into whole other areas.
Yeah, I kind of let them blend together a little bit, you know, like drip around.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I was saying. That's it makes it more interesting, and you'll see when you pick up your masking tape.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see what it looks like.
It's very nice because it kind of frames it with the white,
Right.
and you get those nice clean edges. And well, I guess I'm a little behind because I was cleaning up my carpet. That's not a required requisite when you do this color project.
What did you say you used for to clean it up? I missed that.
Murphy's oil.
Murphy's oil?
Yeah.
The soap, you know.
Wow. Really?
And it works pretty well. And don't forget to add the blacks and whites into your mixes as you're doing that. Give you some real interesting effects.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It sounds like crickets.
Not at my house.
Maybe we'll have a bear walk by.
Ooh, do you have bears?
Yep, lots of them.
Wow.
But we haven't seen one in years, but there are a lot of them in the
Our
community.
neighbor sees them every night, about a mile away.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We live adjoining state game lands.
Beautiful, cool, and breezy right now.
So nice.
I'll show you a photo in a minute.
Actually, that's outside here in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Wow.
It's a cool sound.
We have a ton of birds.
A cricket chirps in Brooklyn, right, June?
What, huh?
A cricket chirps in Brooklyn, as
Yeah,
opposed to a tree grows in.
right.
That's cute.
Ooh. My paints are just bursting out of all the tubes and bottles today.
Uh-huh. Let's see it.
There's the woods. If you want some green,
Oh, how do we
Oh.
get you up there?
that's the backyard. It's pretty green.
Wait, I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Ah,
Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
The trees are just starting to fill in. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing how late the Poconos is when it's so close to New York.
Yeah, we've been here 2 weeks and it's just getting really green now.
Have you had some visitors, like people, friends and family and stuff?
Our kids and our grandkids were here for a week. We hadn't seen them in 3 months,
Wow.
but we all agreed it was safe to be together.
Yeah.
Our 2 grandkids hadn't been out in 2.5 months.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
they
you know,
had been outside. They hadn't been away from
yeah, they
their
hadn't been anywhere. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I hadn't been out for about 2.5 months.
You too,
Like
did,
all-
huh?
Not at all.
And they're going to come back over the next weeks.
I haven't been to the store yet, and I have gone out for little walks.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's smart.
Karen, should we start another? I mean,
Sure. I'm just
I
we should,
starting a yellows.
leave.
can we pull up the masking tape?
No, don't pull up the masking tape until you're all done.
I have to do 6 of these?
Well, if you want to, but you have to let it dry first. That's something you do have to let it do.
I
I'll,
thought we had to do. No,
I'll come and show you mine.
Okay, hold it up. Other side.
oh, that's nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you.
Very
I
easy.
realize
But
you
this is like a half hour, so to do the other 5.
I've gotten to the point where I don't have patience, so I'm using my fingers.
Are you doing the whole sheet, Friedland?
I give everybody permission to use their fingers.
Are you doing the whole sheet?
Well, I'm not going to do the whole thing while we're on, but that's what I did originally.
Oh, okay.
And if anyone,
Maybe I'll do one more tonight.
anyone's doing yellows, you'll find that if you mix yellow and black, as we did
Yeah.
the first
I
exercise,
yellow and black. Yeah. It's really cool.
yellow and black makes green.
Yeah.
yellow and black makes green.
It
Oh,
does.
it does?
It's a
Mhm.
cool green too. I mean, it's a neat, not cool.
You can do a lot of variations on that.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting my first one dry here so that I can just show you what we might do afterwards. And we're getting a little tight on time, so I'm going to go back into it while it's still damp. And I'm gonna,
Sharon, did you get my last project I sent you in the mail?
I did. Do you have it to share, Lori?
So weird. Don't you think that was weird?
I thought it was really cool.
It kind of scared me.
You want to see the way my hand project came out? I'll show you my hand.
I don't know where it's at.
My hand also came out weird.
I mean, it's kind of disturbing what happened.
That's the way mine came out.
Okay, I have it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, here's mine, Lori, first.
Oh, go ahead.
There it is.
Very nice, Karen.
Okay, Gary's still in the spotlight. Let's take him out. And
Very nice.
okay,
Yours is so pretty. Mine is just like killer.
put it up again, Lori. Let's see it.
Are you ready? I don't know what happened. How did that work?
I think it's really very interesting.
I mean, it looks like I'm cutting somebody with a knife or something. What the heck?
Only when you look at it that way. I see the abstract shapes coming into the hand, that kind of arrow shape in the hand.
Oh, it was kind of,
It's really interesting.
must be subliminally psycho.
Well, also, if you did a background to it, it wouldn't look that way as much to you unless
Very nice. It could be the cover of a book or something.
right. So
Maybe
that's
you should write the
what
book.
my hand looks like.
Okay, I can't see yours big. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Here, how about if I do it this way?
Oh, with a camera, yeah, maybe.
Is that better? Wait,
I
I have to pin myself to the spotlight if I do.
yeah, that won't help.
Oh,
See, it doesn't even, that looks way cool. It looks like,
It's pretty weird also. You know, it was a kind of weird project.
it was fun. I liked it.
I think it's great. I think you ought to send it in. I'm serious. It's potential book covers.
Well, I would like to ask everyone if you're on Facebook, to join my group Art Sparks
Art Sparks.
Creativity is the name of the group. Sparks. And that's the name of the group on Facebook. And to come on and share your work there, I'd love to see it. And it's a great way for all of us to see what we're up to. Now I'm going to do we have me on the spotlight? Do you see my canvas?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
nice.
So once you get your color boxes in and all your variation and everything, then you want to add some interest to it because it's not really a painting, it's just boxes of color at this point. So we're going to look at contrasting colors. And since this is a blue box that I've done, the complement, which is the color that's opposite it on the color wheel, is orange. That means that the strongest contrast between blue is orange. And whenever you have contrast, both colors will stand out more. So I'm going to take some orange. Let's see, do I have any orange in a bottle? Orange in a bottle would be better, but maybe I don't. I'm going to take some orange and maybe do a little drawing with it and add some line work. I'm using a barbecue skewer to get my paint on the right width.
Oh, that's nice.
Not so easy to do, but you just need to keep dipping in the paint. It's better when you've got liquid paint, and it's better if your paint is actually dry, which mine is not, so I'm kind of scratching through the color. And I don't ever like to leave something out there all by itself. So I'll go back and do something similar to it again. I've got a more yellowy orange this time. It's actually easier because it's more fluid.
I gotta get my camera humming.
And things like in everything, groups of 3 are always the most powerful, it seems. I don't quite know why, but I like to do things in groups of 3. So I'll get a third set of zigzags here.
I've used chopsticks.
Chopsticks will work great. They're a little thicker.
Yes.
This will give you a thinner line if you actually have, something liquid. You know what else is really great to use? And maybe I'll bring this up in the class where we use found objects, is Credit cards
Yeah.
are very interesting to write with, and you get amazing lines from that. So I've got that. I think I'm going to do sorry. I'm going to make some orangey red. I'll mix that up. And I'm going to use the back of a pencil and just mix this with some yellow so I get a nice rich orange. And I'm going to make some dots here. Well, actually, it gives me circles. So I'm going to make some circles here.
If you've ever stayed in a hotel, you should keep, I have about 1,000 of them, the room card plastic keys. And then you can use them, like Karen says, sort of like a credit card as a surface.
I use them all the time.
But more importantly, you can revisit them. And if they have the name and the city and the hotel name, you can
Go back to that same room and.
No, well, yeah, I've done that, but you can fondly recall, or not fondly.
Or not fondly, yeah.
The place, because for like 30 years, I always went to the same meeting, the same place, same hotel. So I kept all that stuff.
Gary has a penchant for keeping stuff.
Well, that can be fun when you're doing found objects.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I have a house full of found objects.
Did it again. Okay, this paint, which is a very beautiful color, it's golden quinacridone nickel azo gold, and it looks kind of brownish if you see on the bottle, but it will go as light as yellow, golden yellow. So it's coming out of the bottle here.
Dara, is that Dara?
It's very dark.
What's up with Dara down there?
So I'm gonna let these dry, but just so you get a sense of what it will look like once you take your tape off. See if I can get this peeled back some. I'm not taking this all the way off because I want to have it be able to do the rest of them. But if you can see what I've done, once you take the tape off, you've got this lovely clean edge.
Nice.
You have some additional interest with the contest. And this golden quinacridone didn't quite work out the way I had hoped, but it's interesting. And maybe a little black would be good in here. When in doubt, add a little black.
Oh, shoot.
Can you do a Sharpie on that too?
Well, Sharpies aren't really as dark as you think they are. And you can do anything you like on it, but Sharpies will probably not stay.
Oh, okay.
You know, for a protracted time. So, I don't know. I could I could keep going with this until I destroy it completely. But you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And we're already at 3:00. So I figured people would want to start wrapping up.
Okay.
Could you just show your original ones that you showed so I could take a picture?
Sure.
Can we see what everybody's come up with too?
Absolutely. So that's, you can just take a screenshot of that, Darrell.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. Wait, I have to get into it. Okay.
In fact, I'm going to do that myself.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm trying to do it myself and not having much luck. Shift 4. Not working. I don't know. Gary, take a screenshot while you're there, please.
I don't know how.
Grr.
You mean with my camera?
Yeah, you can do it with your camera. Just photograph your iPad.
All right. I guess just give me a minute to figure out how to do it.
Just like taking a picture.
I took a picture of my bread. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's, I'm gonna stop sharing that and let's go back. Let's see what everybody's come up with.
Okay, let's see mine.
Sure. Let me put you in the spotlight.
Wow. You've done so much.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh, very nice. I love that.
I love the colors.
Amazing the shading you get, right?
Yeah, very much so.
It just reinforces for me that colors are endless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll share mine.
I'll be anxious to see what it looks like when you finish and when you add your line work.
Okay, yeah, me too.
That'll be fun.
All right.
I'm sharing.
Share.
Karen,
Yeah?
I'm sharing.
Okay. Let me put you in the spotlight. There you
That's
are.
one.
Nice.
And this is the other. Wait a minute. There's a different one.
Nice.
Nice, Gary.
Very nice.
Nice.
I don't know.
Lift it
Thank
up a little bit.
Yeah, let's see the two together, Gary.
Well, I have to go way back, June. Here we go.
Okay, that's good, like that. Right. Very good.
I love the variations in the greens, Gary. You really got a lot of.
I'm going to frame it and put it up so you can watch it every day.
Ha
Aren't I lucky? Who else would like to share?
I'll share. I didn't know we were supposed to do the boxes again. So I
Okay, you have the same effect, right, Darrell?
time disorder. No boxes.
Nice.
Oh, that works.
Wow.
Very cool.
So interesting. And you made lines within the paint colors.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Nice. Well, if you finish the whole thing, you can do the boxes on other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, beautiful.
Okay, I can share if you want.
Okay, Lori,
Let's see, where am I? Oh.
into the spotlight. There we go.
Wow.
Speedy sheets. Wow.
Like,
Whose is that?
I love the purples and the blues.
I think my blues, I like the blue. I actually like the yellow.
me
Yeah,
too.
the yellow with all the variations to the oranges and greens.
Whose is that?
Interesting. That's Lori's, Gary.
Nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful. These are, I'm sorry we didn't get more time to work on the line work.
Yeah.
You guys,
We could put it on that.
yeah, you guys get it.
We could do that next week. Continue this.
Well, but if there are people who weren't here,
Yeah,
Come here. Oh,
I guess we have homework, huh?
right.
I never do anything in the house in terms of art.
Anyone else want to share? Emma or
Yeah.
Jen stepped away, I guess.
So I've just been doing this one square, but I finally finished it.
Nice.
Nice, Emma.
Beautiful
I like it.
variation.
Oh, you got some good colors in there.
I just really like this color scheme, so I just thought I'd run with it.
Yeah, well, it's something
Yeah.
to keep in mind as you do other things. I mean, part of what this exercise is for, and to do the 6 different colors, is so you start understanding what you like and what works with what and how things can vary,
Yeah.
and what the depth is that you can achieve with different shadings of one particular color. And it really lets you start expanding on that as you go through. So I'm glad you shared, Emma.
Yeah.
Very cool. And June, do you want to share?
no, I didn't do anything. I'm listening. I'm listening and watching.
Well,
I mean, I got here very late.
with you next time. That would be delightful.
Can I tell you something I learned, Karen?
Yes, please.
I learned that from mixing like turquoise and neon, lighter teal and green, adding black gives you more of a jade green.
Isn't that interesting?
And I had thought, oh, the black's just going to make it a murky mess. But no, it turns into a jade, which is another kind of tone that I like.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's the point of playing with mixing colors, is that
Right.
you start
Fair.
making those discoveries, and when you're working on a larger piece, you know, those things can kind of come together and give you surprise beauty. You know, I always love surprise beauty. Intentional beauty is good too, but surprise beauty is always delightful. So I want to thank everybody for coming this week.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to do another one in 2 weeks, so finish up your stuff and share it on the Facebook group Art Sparks Creativity.
Okay.
And bring it with you next time so we can see what's going on with you. And next time maybe from Brooklyn, or who can tell where, you know.
Thank you so much. It was really fun.
And I hope you had a good time. If you
Thank you, instructor Karen.
say
Thank
about
you.
it,
For
so I
sure.
can use it in the next newsletter, I'd love if you'd put it in writing if you have something nice to say. And any friends you'd like to share it with, please feel free to send it on to them and have them join us as well. So next week, I'm going to show you my card deck, Art Sparks, which is how the Facebook got that name. And you may find that there's interesting things in there.
What are you doing? I didn't hear that.
And so next week, I'll show you I created
You mean next time, Karen?
Pardon me?
You mean next time?
Yeah, next time.
Okay.
I will be showing you, and maybe we'll do a project from I made a creative project card deck
Oh,
called Art Sparks.
cool.
Yeah, it's great.
And each card has a different project on it. And on the reverse side, there's one of my paintings for inspiration.
Awesome.
I don't have them in front of me right now, but I'll definitely bring them next time. So if anybody wants to see them, we'll have them there.
Emma, if you're walking by our house, wave.
I will.
Yeah, but we're not there, Gary.
I know, but wave anyway. We'll be there probably the week after.
You're there in spirit.
Emma, I'm still waiting to see you in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
I'm
keep
on
safe.
Stratford. Street are you on?
I'm on 18th between Dorchester and Cortelyou.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this, guys. We're after 3 o'clock.
See you in
Bye,
June.
everybody.
Love you. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Karen.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye, Karen.
Next time.
Bye.
Ah. Bye, Lori.
Bye, Karen. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
I'm so glad you came.
Thanks. Sorry I was late.
Next time. Ciao.